Today, Kevin and I are headed into the Lexington Cemetery. I have videos that are dedicated to the Lexington Cemetery. Of course, this is located in Lexington, Kentucky. And we came over here because we wanted to see if any of the trees had started blooming yet. So my mother is buried in the cemetery in the very, very back. And so you don't realize how long of a drive it is until you're watching it on video. And it's like, yeah, you're really going past a lot to get to her. But she's in the very, very back. But we always go back there first, and we just make sure, basically check on her monument, make sure everything's okay. And then we go and we look at the ponds and the gardens and stuff like that. Even in the dead of winter, we'll go past the gardens just because it's just what we do. But I went to their website and looked at some information. I'm not going to give you all the information on their website. If you want to visit it, you can. But I thought I would read you some things that I just found of interest. The Lexington Cemetery is more than a place of serenity for those buried there. It is a community memorial grounds that celebrates life in a park-like setting. In spring, an avenue of dogwoods, color crab apples, ornamental magnolias, and pink weeping cherries lead to 16,000 blooming tulips and fields of spring beauties. This cemetery is a 170-acre national arboretum with more than 200 species of trees. So I've never considered the cemetery to be an arboretum. I knew they had a lot of trees, though. When Andrew and Ashley both were in school, in elementary school, they both had a 4-H project that they had to work on. They could either go around and collect bugs, or they could go around and collect leaves, and you had to like mount the leaves or mount the bugs and display them nicely. You had to label them and say what they were. And so the Lexington Cemetery was the perfect location for us to bring them and collect their leaves, because just like, for example, they have many big magnolia trees, but these leaves fall on the ground, and there's nothing wrong with going and picking leaves up off the ground. And I don't remember how we mounted Ashley's. I think we mounted hers the same way we did Andrew's. We took a sheet from a photo album, one of the old school photo albums, where the pictures stick to one side, and then the clear film is on the other side. And so that's what we used to display them. But we got all kinds of leaf for their 4-H leaf project from the cemetery. I mean, this is a one-stop place you can go and get the whole project done. So that was really nice. But throughout its history, visitors have sought out the Lexington Cemetery from far and near for its beautiful, serene environment. Central Kentuckians have come to enjoy the 3 lakes with their peaceful fountains, weeping willow trees, and ducks, as well as the formal flower gardens and other horticultural treasures that can be found in the nationally acclaimed Arboretum. Visitors can find numerous gardens of annuals and perennials that are as beautiful today as they were when the gardens were established in 1963. Some original trees that grew in the rural woods before the establishment of the cemetery still stand today. However, due to infestations, disease, decay, erosion, and natural disasters of high winds, lightning, and ice storms, the Lexington Cemetery has had to regularly prune and replace trees and shrubs throughout its history to maintain the beauty of the grounds. Informational and educational public presentations are held annually to allow the cemetery staff to share the beauty and history of the grounds with the community. So right now we're enjoying one of the lakes, and I wanted you to just hear the sounds of the lake and the geese. So there are 3 lakes. One's in the very back next to my mom. We were just at another lake, and then we're going to pass one right here on your right that you really can't see very well, headed to the gardens. They must be having a get-together of these dogs. Like, it must be a group. Oh, my gosh. That's
a bunch of them.
You got them, Kevin?
Yeah.
Oh, how pretty. They're so beautiful. Isn't that neat? So on this day, you see, we're heading into where the flower gardens are. They are on our right. There were absolutely no flowers on this day. None. We were kind of surprised, but we said at this point, we'll come back next week to see if they planted, because the following week was going to be Easter. And so we thought we'll come back the next week and hopefully they'll have planted something. Some of the rules I thought was interesting of the cemetery. Visitors are required to be appropriately dressed. Shirt and shoes are required. All pets must be on leashes. They do not allow motorcycles or bicycles. Bicycles was a big surprise. Visitors should limit their sports activity to walking. Sunbathing is not allowed. No climbing is permitted on the monuments. Parents should carefully monitor their children at all times. The speed limit is 20 miles per hour. Anyone younger than 18 years old must be accompanied by a responsible adult. No littering is allowed, of course, that makes sense. Individuals who vandalize will be prosecuted. Picnics are not permitted. And alcoholic beverages may not be brought onto cemetery property. And sometimes they do have to close the property when it is bad weather or they have fallen trees or something like that. We went to the mall and I filmed, we ran into some friends in the mall. We never run into anybody in the mall, but we did run into
anybody anywhere, really.
No, not really. But we did run into our friends Mark and Jennifer in the mall, and we enjoyed seeing them, and we talked to them for a little while. And I was asking Jennifer, I said, have you ever been in CM Games? And she said that she wasn't sure. She said, but there's a huge game store near the food court. And so we're like, oh, well, we'll have to check that out. So long story short, you have to literally go into the food court, like she said, and go around the corner. And it is also called CM Games
Superstore.
Yeah.
And they did have different stuff. The amount of video games they had in there was ridiculous.
Yes.
Like Xbox and
the amount of Warhammer.
Yeah, they had, the other one doesn't really, I don't think they sell figures. If they do, it's a very small section of figures you could paint.
They do. They have them.
Very tiny.
It's small, yes.
But this store had like a U-shaped aisle.
Well, I'm going to insert a video here because it's not going to be horizontal.
Yeah.
It's going to be vertical because I filmed it.
Mode.
Yeah, I filmed it on Marco. I filmed as we were walking through the store. I sent it to Gavin, our grandson Gavin. So I'll insert that here. Okay, Gavin, look what I'm looking at. Look, oh my gosh.
Cool.
Kirby Worlds. Look, that's a market.
Oh, yeah.
That's literally some kind of
mystery thing. Yeah, I think you make the food. That's why.
Look at all these Kirby's, Gavin. Are you still into Kirby or no? I don't even know if you're still into Kirby. Oh, and look at the Minecraft. You can buy single Minecraft figures. Ooh, look at that big set. I don't even think I've seen that set before.
Fortress probably.
$280. I don't remember ever seeing that before. I've seen that before, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm showing Gavin.
Look at those. I want that.
Oh, that's cool.
Can I have that pie?
What's that Dragon Ball Z?
Oh, it's just something he uses in the thing.
That's pretty cool. Look, Gavin, they have the plague doctors down here that you like. They have the wizard-looking one. Oh, look. Look at that one. Look, they even have these. Those are pretty cool looking, aren't they? Look, and they have the little ones, too. Oh, yeah?
Got a shelf you want to throw it.
Look at all the dice. Look at that. Have
I
you?
don't know how many pieces. It's a 90. It must be 100-sided dice. I see 96.
Yeah. Have you
99.
ever seen one like that, Gavin? Those are $20 a piece.
Mhm.
Look at that box with the teeth.
That's a mimic. It looks like a chest, but it's really a creature.
Are those
Candles.
candles?
Yeah.
Oh, look.
I got dice.
Oh, this is the D&D stuff.
Yeah.
So, Gavin, these are D&D candles. And then here's figures, like figures that you can paint and stuff. And then here's all their Harry Potter stuff and Star Wars. Oh, these are all the things you can buy. Oh, here's some more dice. Gavin, look at these big ones. Look, those are like giant dice.
That one. That one's pretty cool. Look at that one. Can you imagine painting
That is
these?
cool, yeah. All of these figures you can paint. And then look, those are D&D like stickers or something. And then they have a book. I don't know if you're into that anymore, if you even go to that anymore. Yeah, these are to paint too. Oh, there's Warhammer, Kevin. Yeah, here's all the things you paint.
This is the whole set. So you know, you get all these figures. It doesn't come with a pencil, it's all just figures.
Let me see what else I can show you. This is all Warhammer stuff. This is all like stuff to paint. And then this is Rampart. I don't know if you've ever seen those before. Oh, look, Gavin. These are Warhammer dice. Look at that. Look, Kevin. They have flowers. These are flowers and things.
Look, this is all like rocks and foliage and leaves and flowers.
You could spend a fortune. Oh, yeah. This is all Pokemon stuff, but I don't know if you're into that. Oh, look, this is an area where you can come in and play. So they have tables set up back here. And so you can come in here and play. Card Monster game room. And you can come in here and do your games and stuff. Isn't that cool? Yeah, you'll have to let me know what you think. And they sell back behind there, they sell cards and stuff all back behind there. I've never seen so many, even when we went in a couple weeks ago, the Rusty Scabbard.
Yeah, this was kind of like the Rusty Scabbard, except they had a more video game stuff.
I've never seen so much Warhammer stuff that you can paint in there.
And if you wanted to get into that painting craft, that would be an awesome place to go.
It was an awesome, I'm so glad they told us about it because we would have never known it was there. And like the other CM games, if you're familiar with Lexington Mall, the other CM games, Fayette Mall, The other sim games is right across from f.y.e. And they do have a place in the back to play games. This place,
yeah, it's huge.
Oh my gosh!
I'm surprised they even have 2 stores. It's like, why not just move everything from that other store down to that one?
Exactly. I don't know, but I mean, it is massive. So if you're looking for stuff like that in Lexington, a big game store.
I thought about getting into the painting again, but I don't have the eyesight for it anymore, and I don't have the talent for it really, because I tried it once before and I did okay, but it wasn't. I was never very artistic with it.
But if you don't know, I will share with you right now. If you don't follow me on Instagram, you might not know Kevin has gotten into something new. Kevin loves, okay, so before Kevin's always like crocheted, or what else do you?
Not crochet.
Knitted.
Knit, cross stitch, paper craft, gluing paper together. All kinds of stuff.
He's good at following a pattern.
Middle Earth.
So he has sewed clothes. Yeah. He's made clothes.
I like anything that's kind of like a puzzle.
He has made me purses in the past, but he was doing those metal earth kits, and he became an expert at it. I mean, he's really good at it, and he's done so many of them that he was ready to do something new.
You just put them on the shelf, and then after a while, it's got you got shelves and shelves of these things. It's like, what am I going to do with them?
Right. So he decided to get into Miniverse. Make it Miniverse. And if you don't know what those are, they come in like pink balls.
Yeah, or green or whatever.
Right. And it is like food and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And you have to actually assemble it, put it together. Kevin only had
They're mini things.
Right. Teeny tiny things. So Kevin on his Movie HQ YouTube channel, which some of you might not even know he has. It's called Movie HQ. Right below this video, there's a link. And if you want to go there and check it out, you can click on it. But Kevin and Andrew have been playing games on there for years. And Kevin put a couple of Metal Earth things together on that channel. And so he has been putting these Miniverse things together. And so if you are into putting those things together yourself, then,
or just curious about them,
or if you're curious, or if you have kids that like watching that kind of video, or if you like watching that kind of video, he's putting these together. And what's funny is they do sell these. They're in the toy department. They cater to kids,
which I can't imagine, but
they make it look like
whatever.
You can just buy these for your kids, and your kids can put them together no problem. Well, Kevin actually had to buy.
I didn't have to. Okay. You can leave them outside in the sun for 10 minutes.
Okay, but if you don't have any sun, if you're in the dead of winter like we have been, and if the sun hasn't been shining, then you can't put these kits outside to solidify. It's this stuff that has to.
It's resin.
Right.
So you have to put it under UV light to make it harden.
Right.
So the sunlight will provide the UV, and it doesn't have to be really sunny. You just have to put it out in its light. But it's easier if you want to stay inside the house. You have to get a UV light to make it set.
Yes.
So you can't really just do it unless you're willing to put it outside.
I can tell you right now, our oldest granddaughter, well, Gavin will
It's 8 or higher is what they're saying the recommended age is.
Well, we have 2 grandchildren that are above 8 and above. And I cannot imagine buying those for either one of them.
No, I've read other people say they can't imagine children putting these together because it makes a mess. It's the resin, unless you're really careful with it, if you get any on you, it's not bad, it's just sticky. And it feels like kind of like you've had slime or something. It's sticky, or sticky candy or something. And you have to use rubbing alcohol to like get the stuff off. I mean, it just stays on you for ages. So can you imagine a kid like just accidentally spilling it or...
Well,
and you can't make a mistake because once you put it in place, like even the liquid, before you harden it, once you've squirted it out somewhere, it sticks like glue wherever you stick it at. So if they're filling up a container and they get it all over the side, well, it's just all over the side. You can't really.
Look bad.
I mean, you could get, I guess, a paper towel or something to wipe it out. But what 8-year-old I don't know that I could effectively clean out the side of something with a paper towel or something. So anyway, I can't imagine 8-year-olds doing it. You never know, but I'm sure there are some 8-year-olds that could do it. But
Kevin put some together they're called Lifestyle, like Miniverse Lifestyle.
those were neat. I like the fish tanks of those.
Well, the thing is you get these bags. They're mini bags full of like little pieces of gravel, and it's
like literally little pieces of rock.
Yes, those are going to be everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the difference, we did get Amelia for her birthday a bunch of the mini food.
The Miniverse mini brands.
Mini brands.
Yeah,
so
it's still made by the same company, Miniverse.
Right. So mini brands are different because you're not putting anything together.
Yeah, you're getting a box of cereal or a tube of Pringles or whatever, and it's already there.
The difference is these are called Make It.
Yeah, Make It mini.
So we would not recommend you buy your young children Make It Miniverse.
Unless they're really handy with like craftsy type stuff.
Yes.
Very delicate, detailed things.
Right. But I would recommend I can?
Yep.
I would recommend the Make It the Miniverse, the mini brands.
Yeah.
Yes, just not the ones that say Make It on there.
The mini brands are cool. You can collect those. They've got like kitchen sets at the grocery stores and everything for them.
Yeah, there's some neat stuff. We want to go to Party City. So after we eat, we'll go to Party City. Anyway, what I was going to tell you too. So we went in that game store in the mall, and I'm going on up, aren't I?
Yeah.
Okay. So we went in that game store in the mall, and then we went in Box Lunch. So we have a whole video that I did a couple years ago when Box Lunch first opened in Fayette Mall. Are these people going to go or not? I did a whole video walking through Box Lunch, and we were there like on opening day.
It was literally opening day.
And we got I think a $25 gift card because we were one of the first so many people in line, which was totally new to me. I didn't even know.
Completely by accident.
It was a complete accident. Yeah, completely.
We just walked and saw these people standing there. It's like, what are these people standing there for? So we got in line with them, and there you go.
So I want to complain though. What I don't like about it, they have all kinds of food in there. If you're interested in trying,
and mini figures and all kinds of different stuff.
If you're interested in trying foods or whatever that you haven't had, drinks and all that, they've got it. They don't have a price on any of it. There's not a price.
None of those minis had prices on it.
So I saw there was food that I picked up. And the guy said, we're having a special today. If you buy 2, you get 1 free. Well, guess what? There's no prices on anything. And I'm not going to go up and ask, okay, how much is this? How much is this? How much is this? I'm not doing it. So we walked out of there and didn't buy anything. And I mean, they definitely had stuff that I was interested in that I would have bought. But I'm not going to have to. I wouldn't like that shopping experience in any store like that. Where I'm having
and stuff all has prices on it. It's just that stuff up front.
It's just the stuff up front. And you know why? Because they know they're charging an arm and a leg for it. And they're hoping that you won't ask questions. And yes, and that you'll just get it. And then by the time they ring it up, you won't tell them, oh, I don't want that.
Yeah. Oh, I don't want that for $15.
And of course, we also went in f.y.e. And f.y.e, it's a double-edged sword. I like going in f.y.e to see what they have, but then it ticks me off going in f.y.e because they charge twice as much. So like a lot of the things we saw in f.y.e, they sell in World Market. Or we saw in Jungle Jim's International Market, places like that.
Some of it we reviewed from Jungle Jim's.
Yes, we did. And some of it we reviewed from World Market. But they're literally charging twice the amount.
Yeah.
So I saw something, an Oreo item in there, very specifically. We paid $4.99 for it at Jungle Jim's. The exact same item, they were charging $9.99.
That's ridiculous.
And so you just kind of have to laugh and then walk out.
Yeah. Those little mini figures thing, the mini make it things, they're usually $9.99. they were selling them for $13.
They had one for $12.99, but I saw another one for $20.
Yeah, so
for $19.99.
So that's double what you would pay at Walmart or Kroger or Meijer or not Kroger. Well, some Kroger might have them. Target, all those places.
Yes, Target has a lot of them. Meijer has a lot of them.
But it's just funny how it's literally twice as much, which is highway robbery, if you ask me.
Yeah. And Kevin even did a haul on his channel,
Yeah,
like a
haul.
whole big haul where he bought some. So that video's on that channel too. So if you're into that stuff, he's done it. But I just think it's interesting. It's like, no wonder malls are dying out, is because they're charging so much. And even like these, you see these kiosks in the middle and stuff like that, that I just don't see how they're staying in business.
I never did see how a mall places stay in business.
But we went in there. We also went in Hot Topic, and I will insert a little clip of Hot Topic right here. They have really moved things around in Hot Topic. I think they've gotten rid of a lot of merchandise. I mean, they still had, trust me, like you can see up to the ceiling, up the walls. You would have to have help getting some of this stuff down. They still have plenty of merchandise, but I do think they have weeded stuff out as well to make more room in here. It was so nice. I think because we were in there earlier in the day, they didn't have the music thumping like they normally do, and so it was a good time to go early in the morning. And there was plenty of space to walk around. We saw lots of Kirby stuff, which our grandson Gavin absolutely loves the Kirby stuff. And then Kevin saw this hat. He was like, "Oh my gosh, look at this hat! Isn't this cool?" And so we were just having a good time looking around, and even found some snacks. Honestly, it was the quietest it's ever been in Hot Topic.
Yeah, they've rearranged things in there too, where it's not as packed. Well, they didn't have really loud music playing.
That's what I'm saying. It's the quietest because they didn't have, is this person, like, where is this person going? Yeah, they normally have like headbanger music playing in there. Pretty heavy music. And they did not have that playing today, and it was actually a very pleasant shopping
But I love
experience.
the rearranging they've done. They've really expanded. They've really spread things out a little bit more to where you have some room to move around. Because before you were like turning sideways in some of those places.
Yes, you are. Yes, it seems to be a lot more room in there now. We are in Kroger, and Kevin just made a very, very important discovery. He has discovered that Edie's now is sealed, and you can see it. Yeah, you can see the little white tab sticking out. All of these are now sealed. They used to not seal their containers.
They were adamant that they would not.
Yes, because I sent them emails years ago, and they refused to seal their containers. So now they are sealed, which I think is absolutely awesome. Yeah, you might see some more Edie's reviews on the channel now that we know they're sealed, because they have slow churned, they have just regular, and then they have the special ones down here. I think that's awesome that they're sealed. We had no idea. I still would have never paid any attention to them if you hadn't have seen that. So now, if only we could get Bluebell to seal theirs, because they've had some flavors that we've really wanted to try, but we quit buying it years ago. Yeah, now Bluebell needs to start sealing their containers. Ashley just dropped off all of these. She asked, yes. But she just dropped off all of these laminated pages for Kevin to cut out. Kevin absolutely loves to cut things out and to keep busy with his hands, especially while we're watching TV and stuff. And so he told her, anytime you want help cutting stuff out, I will help you. And so she dropped these off, and he's going to sit here and cut all of them out for her.
And you need big scissors.
You need some big scissors, big sharp scissors. I showed you where Kevin was cutting out stuff for Ashley to help her out with school. And I was on my treadmill and I looked over and I saw a different one. I saw, hold on. It must be down at the very bottom. I saw a different animal. When we get to it, I'll show you. And it's like, that was disturbing. These look disturbing. These are animals. These are x-rays of animals. And I don't know, I guess they're going to have a lesson. They're going to learn about these. But I've gone all these years and I've never even seen an x-ray of some of these animals. The only x-ray that I have seen of an animal is of a pug, and I will show you. Hold on. So my friend Josh sent me this x-ray. I did a Google search because he sent it to me a long time ago. But this is a pug on an x-ray, and it is it's so disturbing. I mean, it kind of looks like a frog. It just, it's really disturbing, but that's a pug. So anyway, that is the only x-ray of an animal I've seen. So Kevin was cutting these out, and I have to show them to you because it's not every day that you see an x-ray of these little animals. So this is a hamster. Let me do this. There we go. So this is the hamster. And look at the tail. I'm trying to find a good way to show these to you. There we go. And its little tail and legs, and then the spine, like it goes, like it starts at the neck and it goes all the way out the tail. Okay, this is a guinea pig, and I like the little legs, the little feet and the legs. Okay, this is a turtle, and honestly, that is probably the one that is the least that I've seen, the least disturbing. I haven't seen all of these. I haven't looked at all of these. So that is not disturbing to me at all because, I mean, it looks like a turtle. It's hard to see anything on the inside of it. I guess if a turtle were to have something wrong with it, it would just die because, I mean, you can't see any organs or anything. Okay, this is a dog. And, of course, we can just see all of its teeth. And then now we have a cat. So there's the cat, its little neck. And you could tell, it looks like, to me at least, it looks like when they were, it looks kind of like they were moving, you know, like the mouth was moving. But you would think they would have to sedate them before they did an x-ray. So this is the dog's paws, which is interesting. This is the one that I saw. And I thought, why is there a skeleton of a chicken? And then we have a rabbit. If I hold it sideways, I feel like you can see the whole thing in the camera. So there's the rabbit. Ooh, this next one. This is a snake, and I mean, it just looks like a snake. There's nothing. Why would you need to get an x-ray of a snake if it's just a snake? It just looks like a snake. There's nothing different in it. This is a rabbit. We just saw a rabbit. Okay, this is a fish. That's interesting. I'm sure a lot of you have seen a fish. Okay, and here's another bird. So I wonder why she has two of them. Is that the same bird? Oh, no, they look different. This one kind of looks like prehistoric. Does that not look kind of like a dinosaur? kind of like a Bram Stoker, like kind of a Dracula looking thing. Those wings, kind of, you can see the idea where they got like the Dracula. I don't know. Yeah, that's me and my imagination. And then the last one is a lizard. And it has some chunky legs. Ashley, our daughter, got me an Ann Taylor gift card for Christmas. And it was for $50. Well, Ann Taylor sent me a coupon in the mail. And I kept the coupon. It was only good until like, I don't know, like March 14th or something. And I kept the coupon. I kept checking back to see if they had anything new on the website that I was interested in, and they did not. So the coupon expired, and I thought, wonder if Ann Taylor is like Bath and Body. A lot of times Bath and Body will send you a coupon right before they're going to have a big sale. Well, guess what? The coupon expired. I threw it away. I went to Ann Taylor, the website, the next day, and they were having a really good sale. So everything on their website was 40% off. You had to spend, I think you had to spend like $70 to get free shipping. So I couldn't just get one blouse. I had to get two because I had the $50 gift card, but then I had 40% off. So for both of these blouses, I ended up spending like, I don't know, it was like $32, $33, $35, somewhere around in there, for two blouses from Ann Taylor. If you know Ann Taylor blouses, they can be like $75 a piece. But I figured I would open them on camera with you all so you could see them. They've gotten lazy at our store in the mall to where, you can open it really easy up at this end. They do not steam them anymore. So you'll go look on the racks, and they're just as wrinkled as they can be. They're very wrinkled because they don't steam them. This is less wrinkled than you would see in the store. Actually, that doesn't look bad at all, and I think I'll be able to hang that right up. You may notice this does not have any buttons. So I like to wear a cami underneath these, and I don't want to have to deal with buttons. I'll take the other one out and put it on a hanger, and I'll show you how it looks hanging. So now that I have it on a hanger, I will get Kevin to steam it because he does such a good job, and I like to let him do it. But this is the one shirt, the blouse, and then this is the other one. I really like this. When I ordered it, I showed it to Ashley, and she said, I don't know if you'll like that, pattern. But I do. I do like it. And honestly, Ashley was like, I'm surprised you didn't order more. And I told her, they really didn't have a lot to choose from, a lot of new styles. So I'll have to keep looking back to see if they get any more. They're not going to get any more during this sale, though. It was what it was. And so I was just glad that I was able to get two new blouses. Driving down Main Street in Lexington, Kentucky, and we were just here last week but you all did not see the video footage from last week. You would have seen it earlier in this video. I don't remember if I filmed on Main Street or if I just filmed once we got to the cemetery. But you wouldn't have seen that in last week's vlog because the vlog I put up last week was us going to Publix. So I thought Kevin did such a great job filming that, and that camera, it did a really great job. Kevin bought a new camera.
Yeah.
What is it called?
A DJI Action 4.
So it's an action camera?
Yeah, it's like called? A GoPro or whatever, but this one doesn't overheat and shut down after 10 minutes.
Right. So he's bought some real stinkers.
Yeah,
but this one
really stinker.
one
really bad.
This one went. You had to actually stop it to have it stop, right? I mean, it never went off on its own, did it?
No.
So it never overheated or anything like that. And Kevin,
I never even changed the battery that whole time.
Yeah, so Kevin attached it to the buggy in Publix, and I think it ended up being a really good video of Publix. That's just my opinion. So we went to the cemetery last week, and so that's what you saw earlier in this video. And so we're going again because I'm hoping that more of the flowers, they didn't have any flowers out in the flower garden last week. Normally around Easter, they have lots of flowers in the flower garden, and people go to the cemetery to get pictures taken.
Yeah,
like
with their Easter dresses on.
Yes, they'll get their like, especially like Sunday after church, they'll go and they'll take Easter pictures, and we'll probably see people in there today taking Easter pictures.
You see people getting wedding pictures taken.
Yes, people. So the cemetery, to a lot of people that might sound morbid. This cemetery is so beautiful that, yeah, people go in there to get wedding pictures because you can be taking pictures in this cemetery and not even know you're in a cemetery. You don't have to get the tombstones in the background. So it's just a really beautiful setting. But so normally, like I said, on Easter, they have all the flowers out in the flower garden. So that's why we're coming back 2 weeks in a row, is because I can. We're going to see if they have planted the flowers in the flower garden. And it will also be interesting to see how many people are out here taking pictures. Last week when we came, it was packed. There
really wasn't much to look at except for the trees.
Right. So you get the dogwood trees, and they have some really...
I think they're Japanese cherries too, or maybe they're just... No, maybe they are just dogwoods.
Dogwoods, like pink dogwoods?
Yeah.
Well, you get a lot of those that are blooming, and they don't last long. They're very short-lived, and then they'll start turning brown really quick. So those were out. It was really the end of them last week. So I would think this week we would see some flowers. Now, last week, coming into this entrance, they did have some tulips, which are still there. Oh, there's more tulips. Yay. Okay. So those are beautiful. Okay, so we are going to get some tulips.
Good, you stop.
Well, there's not a stop sign there.
Yeah, but you should stop before you get to the main road, just because other cars coming. I always stop at the end of all these roads. Look at these pretty pink trees.
They're beautiful. They're absolutely
I like that shape
beautiful.
Of that one in front of us.
Yes, I do too. They've got their little dogs. Somebody said a while back that if you've watched enough of my videos, you know exactly how to get to my mom's grave.
Yeah.
Because we always go to my mom's grave first, and just out of respect, and then we go to the gardens. Yeah. Okay, are you gonna let me go? I'm just gonna go on and go with, not gonna hang back. Thank you.
Geese.
Oh, yep, there's some geese.
I think they lay eggs way back here.
Because they know they'll be bothered if they're up by that lake. I think if you are local and you're planning to come to the cemetery, I would say if you want to really nice experience, I would come earlier in the morning. It is 11 o'clock right now, so
It's not bad at all.
it's not bad right now, but it
Like, there's a bunch of cars down there next to that pond, though.
right. They on Easter they actually have sunrise service. So some churches have sunrise service and some don't. Kevin and I'm thinking we've only been to one sunrise service, and
Yeah.
one time.
All the trees are gone. Oh, no, they're up here.
Yeah,
We did.
Yeah, and look at all the people. Okay, so there's cars up here, but these trees are pretty much. We'll look when we get to the other end.
Yeah, they're pretty much gone now, though. They're pretty spotty because it's full on pink explosion down there
When they first
coming out.
We went to one sunrise service, and they had, what they did was, because sunrise service is really early. It's like 7 in the morning, 7:20 or something like that. So we went to the sunrise service, and then they had a big breakfast after.
It seemed like it did an Easter egg hunt for the kids too.
And then they had another service. They had 2 services. So
Yeah, they did the regular Sunday service.
right. So my sister goes to a church where they have a sunrise service, and so she'll be going to that. But she has said that it is freezing because they have it outside, and it is so cold. Like every year people are sitting there in their winter coats, and it's just kind of miserable because it's so cold.
It was cold the year we went.
Yeah, it was, but it was inside. But now, can you imagine coming here to the cemetery and it's outside?
Yeah.
So here we are. We're pulling up on where Mom's buried. And where should I pull over? Right here. These trees have gotten more full. So just to prove my point, there is a lady. You see her on the far right. She's got her, there she is. She's got her tripod set up, and she's taking pictures of the family. I just saw somebody's glasses. There's like a post that tells the area.
Yeah.
There's a pair of glasses
I'd
on
say somebody
top.
lost them and then they put
And
them
then
there
they
so
put,
they can come back for them.
and that person who lost those will never ever find
We'll
those.
never remember they
They'll
dropped
never
them in.
remember. Oh,
Or left them while they were visiting.
yeah,
Whatever.
I left those at the cemetery.
I turned the heat up a little bit. So it's a little
Oh, thank you. It is like it's like 61 degrees right now.
So it's a little cool to be like outside for a while.
Yeah, but it's supposed to get up to 71 today, and
Yeah.
I hope it does. So once again, we're going past the road with all those pink trees, and you see the cars parked here. But it's hard to get good pictures when there's so many people.
Yeah, now that tree's pretty full, but none of the rest of them are.
Yeah. Do you want to show them? Yeah, and there's lots of people.
That car's not, well, they haven't got the signs up now.
No, there's nothing saying you can't pull in there.
At one time they had it where you couldn't park. You're not supposed to park there. It still says no parking.
No parking on grass.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can pull down that road. People just don't. You see how that family's all wearing like the same colors? I guarantee you they've been taking pictures.
Only 2 more. Where do you want to point
It's good right now. These people are up here sitting in the grass.
Yeah.
I just think it's too cold.
They got a blanket out there with a little girl. There's the fountain and the little pond. Well, she's in her pajamas.
That's what I was thinking before we left the house. I thought, should I look at the crackers to see if my crackers are old?
I almost bursted in Sleeping bag. Was anybody in it?
No, nobody was in it. It was just a sleeping bag. No, the last thing I used those crackers for, I had made that dip. Do you remember? And we had it the next night for dinner. I need to make that again. That was awesome. I loved it. It had cheese and pineapple, of all things.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it was a cheese ball.
Yeah, you could make it to a cheese ball.
Yeah.
And you know, somebody commented on that video. They said, because we said it was too runny to put into to make it to a cheese ball, they were saying, wonder if you couldn't put a piece of plastic down and put it all into the plastic, and then like put that in a bowl in the refrigerator until it sets up, and then when you take it out of the refrigerator, it would be set up. Look at this pretty tree. Yeah, I can't wait to see the garden, because I bet you all the tulips are going to be out. Okay, can I go?
Oh, good. You would think they would have gotten ready for Easter, but you just never know.
Knowing how many people come out here.
You just never know with them. I mean, but the tulips, they could put the bulbs out. Doesn't mean the tulips are actually out, they're like grown. Unless they literally let them grow and then put them out. I don't think I see anything.
I see kids running over this bridge.
Yeah, but I don't see any flowers in the beds.
No, because usually there's flowers all right here.
All through there.
Yes.
Yeah, there's usually where all these tall. Oh, I see some tulips coming up. So you might be able to pull up over here. Yeah, they've got them out. They're just not.
No.
Not really.
Do you want to show? Nobody's behind us. I'll let you do it because I know you.
You have to open it. You just pull it out of there.
Why don't you zoom in?
There's what they have right now. It's really not
honestly,
much.
Kevin, look at it. It hasn't. They haven't done anything to it.
No, I think that's just the ones that have naturally come up.
Those have naturally come up. They have not come out here
and redone the beds because they got grass and everything growing up through them right now. You can
tell. Kevin, I think this is the first Easter that this has looked like this. I wonder if they don't have the money or something. What's going on? Because this garden is always beautiful. I have videos.
Yeah, it's usually tilled up, but I see tulips growing. Like they've got the green look.
Yeah, but they haven't done any weed. They're not
pulling
weeds,
the grass up,
which is not normal. I've got videos of if you do a search, Tammy Dunn Lexington Cemetery, I've got videos where you could see the gardens when they were absolutely gorgeous. All the flowers were out. It was weeded. This has not been touched. And I really find that bizarre. If you're interested in seeing some of the Lexington Cemetery in full bloom, just type in Tammy Dunn, the Lexington Cemetery, and videos will pop up, and you will get to see what it normally looks like. I have no idea what happened this year, but they completely missed the spring season for flowers. This, I had no idea. Like, this is brand new information for me. So you have the Lexington Cemetery. We're still in the Lexington Cemetery. This right here that you were seeing is where the military is buried. And what I did not know is that this is called Lexington National Cemetery. It is separate from the Lexington Cemetery. Lexington National Cemetery is a United States national cemetery administered by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs. It encompasses less than 4,050 square meters. Lexington National Cemetery is closed to new interments. The only interments that are being accepted are subsequent interments for veterans or eligible family members in an existing gravesite. Periodically, however, burial space may become available due to a canceled reservation or when a disinterment has been completed. When either of these two scenarios occurs, the gravesite is made available to other eligible veteran on a first-come, first-served basis. Burial in a national cemetery is open to all members of the armed forces who have met a minimum active duty service requirement and were discharged under conditions other than dishonorable. A veteran's spouse, widow or widower, minor dependent children, and Under certain conditions, unmarried adult children with disabilities may also be eligible for burial. Eligible spouses and children may be buried even if they predecease the veteran. I just thought that was a very interesting information I never knew before. Look at all the Disney. Look at the Stitch. That is a cookie jar, and he's upside down. This is, they have Disney, they have Hello Kitty. Look at the Alice in Wonderland.
I still like the bowl.
Beauty and the Beast. Kevin loves this bowl with the lid. These are pretty. Oh, that's very pretty. Where's it? That looks like it would have been designed in England on the bottom.
That's a tag.
We're parked right in front of a Redbox, so I figured we haven't been to Redbox in forever, and it would be fun to see what's on the Redbox, and it would also mark this moment in time. So I can't tell all of the movies that they have.
No, Barbie, I say.
This is the most I can zoom in. Strays, Meet Cute, Plain. I'm just reading the ones that I can. The Whale.
Bo Brady.
Megan.
Oh, Megan's that robot girl. I actually wanted to see that movie.
Locksmith.
Bros.
A lot of these I've never even heard of.
No, I've never heard of half of these.
Elvis.
Puss in Boots? Is that Puss in Boots? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Puss in Boots. Something furry.
Top Gun, Maverick, I'm sure.
Huh.
That one on the bottom, very bottom left, looks creepy. It's called Smile.
Yeah,
and it's creepy looking.
Everything, everybody, all at once, or something like that.
So thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. We appreciate your support, and we will see you next week.